Hi everyone, it's Paddy here from arithmetichub.com, thanking you for choosing this video, but reminding you that whilst this is one method to solve questions like this, it's not the only method. With that being said, let's explore this concept a little bit further.
Hi everyone, so today we're going to have a look at converting between fractions, decimals and percentages. To start with, we're converting fractions to decimals and percentages, and then we're going to have a look at being able to convert between percentages, decimals and fractions in different ways as well. Okay, so here are what the questions are going to look at to start with. So what is 2/8 as a decimal and a percentage, and then 4/11 as a decimal and a percentage. Let's start by looking at our method. So our method says, for fractions to decimals, what we need to do is our numerator divided by our denominator. It's given us an example here. So if we had 3/4, the 3 would go on the inside of the short division method, the 4 would go on the outside. And you would divide it there like that. It then says, remember to add at least 2 placeholders after the decimal. That's going to help you when you're multiplying by 100 to be able to convert it into percentages, which we're going to look at later. And then it also says, round it to 3 decimal places. What you don't want is to be carrying on with 10 digits after the decimal, because that's going to be really confusing when you're converting it to a percentage, and it's going to waste your time. So if you get into 4 decimal places, you might think, you know what, I'm just going to stop there, I'm going to round it to 3 decimal places, okay? The second part of the method says fractions to percentages. What you need to do to start off with, all I would say is probably the easiest way to do it. Once you've converted your fraction to a decimal, just multiply your answer by 100 and add a percentage symbol after it. So let's have a little look at this. 2/8 is a decimal and a percentage. So what I need to do is I need to do my numerator divided by my denominator. So 2 goes on the inside of the short division method, 8 goes on the outside, and I'm going to put my 2 placeholders in, because 2.00 is the same as 2, as we know. Okay, so how many times does 8 go into 2? 8 will go into 2 0 times, and we carry the 2. Now, how many times does 8 go into 20? Well, if I wanted to put my 8 times tables down, I could to help me out, couldn't I? 8, 16, 24, 32, 40. As usual, I'm just going to stop at 5 lots, okay? So how many times does 8 go into 20? Well, it's going to go in twice, isn't it? Because we can't go to 24, we don't have enough. So it's going to go in twice. We've stopped at 16, which is going to give it a remainder of 4, okay? How many times does 8 go into 40? It's going to go in once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. So, as a decimal, 2/8 is going to be 0.25. Now we need it as a percentage. To convert to a percentage, what it says to do is multiply it by 100 and add your percentage symbol. So multiply your decimal by 100 and add your percent symbol. So if I've got my 0.25, I've got my hundredths column, my tenths column, decimal point, ones, and I'm going to be multiplying it by 100. So I'm going to need 2 more columns, aren't I? If I multiply it by 100, I'm moving it 2 places. It's multiplication, so it's getting bigger and it's moving to the left. Okay, so moving 2 places because there's 2 zeros in the correct question. Drop my 5 down, move it once, twice. Drop my 2 down, move it once, twice. It's going to give me 25. So what I would then do, I've multiplied it by 100, I need to add my percent symbol. So 25%. So 2/8 as a decimal and a percentage would be 0.25 and 25%. Okay, now let's have a look at this question. What's 4/11 as a decimal and a percentage? So we're going to do it exactly the same way as we've done up here. So first thing we need to do is we need to divide our numerator by our denominator. Our numerator is 4, we need to divide that by 11. Now, what we might be thinking is, right, this is going to be a 2-digit division, but this is in that sweet spot again, isn't it, where it's between 11 and 25. And I would always suggest doing those as a short division rather than a long division method. I'm going to put my 2 placeholders in again, and then we're going to have a look at this, okay? I could put my 11 times tables if I needed to down. We know the 11 times tables has a really easy pattern to follow, doesn't it? So I'll put it down for now. We might come back to it later, okay? How many times does 11 go into 4? It can't, can it? So I need to line my decimal point up and I need to carry. How many times does 11 go into 40? Well, it would go in 3 times. We can't go up to 44, so we're going to have to stop at 33. It's gone in 3 times. We've stopped at 33, but we had 40, which means to get from 33 to 40, we would have to add 7. So we carry our 7. How many times does 11 go into 70? I'm going to write down a few more of my 11s here. 66, 77. We can't go to 77, so we're going to have to stop at 66, which is 6 lots. If we've stopped at 66, to get to 70, what we would then have to add is 4 more, isn't it? So now I can add an extra placeholder because we've said 4.00 is the same as 4.0000. I can add as many zeros as I want to, okay? But straight away I should be noticing a pattern. Here we have to carry the 4, then the 7, and then the 4. So immediately I'm thinking, right, okay, I've spotted a pattern here, let's see if it carries on. How many times does 11 go into 40? It goes in 3 times. And we know we stopped at 33, and we have 7 left over to get to 40. Now we can tell that it's going to be a pattern, can't we? So we can see it's going to be a pattern. Now, this is where I've said round to 3 decimal places. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to say, right, okay, it goes into 76 times. I'm not going to carry on over here. I'm not going to carry on, but we're saying we've got 4 that we need to carry, put another placeholder in, because all it would be 0.36363636. So instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to round to 3 decimal places. Box my 3, underline my 6, and I'm going to round here. The 6 makes the digit that's boxed go up, so this is going to become 364. 0.364. Okay, so that's a decimal, it's going to be 0.364. Now we need it as a percentage. To find it as a percentage, what we would do is we would multiply it by 100. So I've got my 0.364. I'm going to be multiplying it by 100. So I've got my thousandths, my hundredths, my tenths, decimal point, and my ones, okay? Multiplying by 100, 2 zeros in the question, so I'm going to move it 2 places. It's multiplication, so it's going to the left and it's getting bigger. Drop my 4 down, move it once, twice. Drop my 6 down, move it once, twice. Drop my 3 down, move it once, twice, to give me 36.4. So as a percentage, that's going to be 36.4%. Now let's have a look at converting decimals to percentages and fractions. So now we're having a look at how to convert a decimal into a fraction and a percentage, okay? So here we've got questions to look like, what is 0.42 as a fraction and a percentage, 0.307 and then 2.6. And we're converting now between a decimal and a fraction and a percentage, okay? So the method's changed slightly. Again, the same method applies for decimals to percentages. So all you're going to do is you're going to multiply your decimal by 100 and add a percent symbol. So that'd be the first point that we would do in these types of questions. The second point says use your lowest place value column as your denominator when you're converting into a fraction, and then multiply the number by your denominator to get a whole number, and this is going to be your numerator, okay? So that may be a little bit confusing now, but once we see how it works, it'll make a lot more sense. So what is 0.42 as a fraction and a percentage? Let's start off by converting it into a percentage. So the way we convert it to a percentage is we do 0.42 and then we're going to multiply it by 100. So we've got our tenths, our hundredths, our decimal, our ones, our tens, and our hundredths. We're multiplying by 100. There's 2 zeros in the question. Moving to the left because the number is getting bigger. And we're moving it 2 places because there's 2 zeros in the question. Drop the 2 down, move it once, twice. Drop the 4 down, move it once, twice, to give us 42. Okay, and we can't just leave it as 42, we need to add our percent symbol, so it's going to be 42%. Okay, so as a percentage, 0.42 would be 42%. As a fraction, so this is what it says, use your lowest place value column as your denominator. My lowest place value column here is my hundredths, so my denominator is going to be over 100, okay? So it's over 100, that's my denominator. Then it says multiply the number by your denominator to get a whole number. This is your numerator, okay? We've got a whole number here. Our whole number is 42. So 42 is now going to be my numerator. So my numerator is 42 over 100, okay? Let's have a little look with this one. So what is 0.307 as a fraction and as a percentage? So again, we're going to start off by converting it from a decimal into a percentage. We do that by multiplying by 100. So we've got 0.307 0.07. We're going to multiply it by 100. We know how to multiply by 100 by now. 2 zeros in the question. We're going to move it 2 places to the left. We drop our decimal point down to line up, and then we put in our thousandths, hundredths, tenths, decimal point, ones, tens, and hundreds. Okay? So we're going to multiply it by 100. We're moving it 2 places. We're moving it 2 places to the left. Okay? Drop my 7 down, move it once, twice. Drop my 0 down, move it once, twice. Drop my 3 down, move it once, twice. So we've got 30.7. We need to make sure we've got our percentage symbol in. So 0.307 would be 30.7%. You can have decimal percentages, that's absolutely fine. Now we're going to have a look at how we convert 0.307 into a fraction. So the second part here is when we're converting to a fraction. You use your lowest place value column as your denominator. My lowest place value column is my thousandths. So I'm going to put it over 1,000, okay? Now, we've not converted it into a whole number here. We need to times it, multiply it by 1,000 to make it into a whole number, don't we, okay? So let's multiply it by 1,000. If I'm multiplying by 1,000 rather than multiply it by 100, I'm going to move it 3 times. Drop it down, I'm going to move it once, twice, 3 times. Drop it down, once, twice, 3 times. Drop it down, move it once, twice, 3 times. For 307. Okay, so multiply it by 1,000 to get a whole number, because it says multiply the number by your denominator to get a whole number. This is your numerator. My denominator was 1,000, so I've multiplied by 1,000. It's given me the whole number of 307. So 0.307 as a fraction of a percentage would be 30.7%, and 307 over 1,000. Now this one, what is 2.6 as a fraction and a percentage? Now, here we've got more than 1, haven't we? We had 0.42, so it was less than 1, 0.307, so it was less than 1. But here, it's more than 1. 2 wholes and 6 tenths for 2.6. But our method is still going to stay the same. So we're multiplying by 100, and we're adding a percentage symbol, okay? So we've got our 2.6, and we've got our tenths, our decimal point, our ones, our tens, and our hundreds. So what I'm going to do here is multiply it by 100 and add a percentage symbol to convert it into a percent. If I'm multiplying by 100, move it 2 place value places to the left. There's 2 zeros in the question. Drop the 6 down, move it once, twice. Drop the 2 down, move it once, twice. Then what I need to do is put my placeholder in. Put my placeholder in my ones column. So 2.6 would be the same as 260%, because I need to remember to put in my percentage symbol, okay? So 2.6 is the same as 260% as a percentage. Now as a fraction. So again, it says use your lowest place value column as your denominator. My lowest place value column is my tenths. So that's going to be my denominator. Multiply the number by your denominator to get a whole number. This is your numerator. So now I need to multiply it by 10. I need to make it into a whole number. If I multiply it by 10, I'm moving the digits 1 place, aren't I? So if I do that, my 6 is going to go into the ones column, my 2 is going to go into the tens column, which will give me 26 tenths. So 2.6 is the same as 26 tenths, or 260%. Okay, so now we're going to come to what I think is probably the most straightforward of these methods, converting percentages to fractions and decimals. So here we've got what is 72% of the fraction as a decimal. You can see the method section is a little bit shorter here. Percentages to decimals, it's as simple as dividing by 100. The word percentage, and the way I like to think of it, is percentage means part of 100%, part of 100, okay? So when you're working with percentages, it's easy to think, right, okay, these are going to be using hundredths, aren't they? Because 1/100th is 1 part of 100, okay? So percentage to decimals, what you need to do is just divide it by 100. So if I have 72 here, I'm going to divide it by 100. If I'm dividing by 100, I've got 2 zeros in the question, so I know I'm going to move it 2 places. It's division, so it's going to move 2 places to the right. So I'm going to put my place value columns in. I've got my ones, my tens, and I've also got my decimal point. Then I'm going to have my tenths, and I'm going to need my hundredths as well, because I'm moving it 2 places, aren't I? So I line my decimal points up and drop my 7 down, move it once, twice. Drop my 2 down and move it once, twice, for 0.72. Now, what's better to write is 0.72. 0.72 is a whole number. So, as a decimal, 72% would be 0.72. To convert a percentage to a fraction, it's as simple as putting it over 100, because again, we've got that parts of 100. So 72% is 72 parts of 100. So if I put it over 100, all that would mean is so 1/100th is 1 part of 100. Here we've got 72%. So we've got 72 parts of 100. 1% is 1/100th. 72% would be 72 hundredths. So all I do is I put it over 100. I already have my hundredths here. I know that I have 72 of them. I've got 72 hundredths as a fraction. It's going to look like 72 over 100 like that. Okay, so what is 8% as a fraction and a decimal? So I'm going to use the same method again. Percentage to decimal, I'm going to divide by 100. So I'm going to start off with my 8. I'm going to have my ones column, my decimal point, my tenths, and my hundredths. Again, I'm dividing it by 100. So making it smaller, I'm moving it 2 places because there's 2 zeros in the question. It's going to the right and becoming smaller. I line my decimal points up, I drop my 8 down, move it once, twice. Now I need to put my placeholders in. A 0 goes in the tenths, and a 0 goes in the ones column. So my 8% or my 8 becomes 0.08 as a decimal. As a fraction, again, really nice and straightforward, these ones. Percentage to fraction, we know that 1/100th or 1% is 1/100th, is 1 part of 100. 8% would be 8 hundredths, 8 parts of 100. We can see here we've got 8 hundredths so far. So we put it over 100, and then 8% is just 8 over 100 like that.
If you found this video useful, then I would massively appreciate you liking the video and subscribing to the channel. If you want to explore more methods or practice using the method we've looked at here, why not check out the teacher videos at arithmetichub.com. Arithmetic Hub has videos just like this on different methods, specifically targeting areas needed in Key Stage 2. There you can practice one particular skill or generate your own sets of calculations designed to challenge your understanding of all the topics covered in Years 3 to 6.